Welcome to Ask Ms. ERP. The topic of this video is, do all companies need an ERP? Hello everyone, Ms. ERP here. You may be wondering if every company should have an ERP. If we are talking about an emergency response plan, then yes, you should have one. But the answer about needing an enterprise resource planning system is definitely no. Not all companies need an ERP. If spreadsheets or whatever tool you are using now works for your company, stick with it. But if your company is growing, there will come a time when an ERP could be a real game changer for your business. The benefits of an ERP at a high level is that your data, especially the financials, can be consolidated into one place. As you know, everything ends up on the general ledger in some shape or form. So the more you can centralize transaction processing, the more visibility you will have into how your company is doing. Manual processes, or a lot of complicated system integrations, are not usually very timely, so getting that real-time view of how things stand is likely a challenge. If you currently have a lot of manual processes that require dual entry, this is very error-prone, and you could spend hours or days looking to explain any anomalies. It also leads to what I like to call creative accounting, which may cover a myriad of issues. Never mind the backflips you may have to perform to close your books or produce any kind of useful reporting. Anything to do with money should have controls and audit trails. You don't want just anyone creating payments or checks without the appropriate approvals. Similarly, employee expense statements should at least be reviewed before any reimbursement. ERPs usually come with the ability to create approvals based on rules, which will allow you more control and visibility on your cash flow. Transactions such as journal entries, eliminations, and consolidations that move amounts around should also have controls and approvals. These built-in ERP controls will also simplify compliance, risk management, and performing audits. A good ERP will also provide you ways to automate recurring transactions, which will save you time. This is part of what is really just the basics of an ERP, to help you handle your finances. But depending on what you need or want, an ERP can do much more. The same centralization logic applies to the order-to-cash process. ERPs usually come with at least some rudimentary customer resource management functionality that could allow you to introduce customer self-service and enable you to streamline both your order fulfillment and customer invoicing. If you have project management functionality in your ERP, you can usually create schedules for equipment and labor, which should help you manage your resources more effectively. With an ERP, you can also implement true procure-to-pay, which would allow you to set up purchase orders that use a single item master with consistent pricing. Purchasing can then be tied to accounts payable to ensure that you are only paying for what you receive, and will allow for more timely payments, which might realize some savings. That single item master in your ERP will allow for much more visibility into where your inventory stands, with history and product trends, hopefully to help you avoid running out of critical stock or having too much of something you don't need. You can also usually manage assets in an ERP, at least just to track them, but also to apply depreciation and retirement rules, which should help out at tax time. Perhaps you also need to manage leased assets, another good use of an ERP. If you need any regulatory reporting for assets or anything else, it is likely that your ERP will provide this right out of the box. And let's not forget about people. It is great to have all your customers and vendors in one spot, with useful things like contacts or order history information, which can lead to targeted marketing or improved leads. Typically, your staff can also be managed in an ERP. Even if it is just employees to link to payroll journals and expenses, or contingent workers to link to supply chain and contract management.
Well, I feel a little comfortable that we came into this bar.
Ultimately, the idea of using a centralized standard ERP system for all of your transactional data will provide you with real-time visibility into how your business is performing. ERPs typically come with configurable business alerts, like payments due, accounts receivable outstanding, and the like. ERPs also usually come with standard business process metrics and reporting that again can help you keep a handle on your day-to-day activities. Having financials, supply chain, inventory, and HR all in one place allows for analysis of processes that cross departments so that you can easily pinpoint areas for improvement. While an ERP might come with an initial big sticker price, I believe that if it is implemented and maintained well, it can certainly save you time and money. If you can consolidate into one system, you will have all your data in one spot, no integrations to maintain, and no dual entry errors. Your staff should appreciate an ERP, as it likely could automate tedious data entry and reconciliation tasks to improve productivity. Better reporting mechanisms will likely highlight potential wins to improve the business overall. Never mind that just having one system to train new people on is a savings too. I would suggest that if you are considering purchasing your first ERP, do not try and boil the ocean and implement everything at once. The most successful implementations start with core financials to learn the system and get your chart of accounts in great shape to allow for expanded functionality. Then you can add on modules or functions in a thoughtful way, ensuring that end-to-end process implications are considered. This concludes the Do All Companies Need an ERP topic. There is a link on askmizerp.com to email me to ask questions or suggest topics for future videos, or you can just add comments on any YouTube video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and see you on the next video.